Hello and welcome everyone. My name's Angela. This is Angela Kerr Designs, and if this is your very first time at my visiting my channel, a very warm welcome to you. Now I'm here today to start off with a wonderful project which is part of a collaboration called Summer Simples. This collaboration has been put together by the amazing Rach from RachandBella Crafts. Rach and myself have got together and co-designed a wonderful kit called Country Retreat. We are using her half of the Country Retreat and mine to put together this amazing lineup of people for you. Rach has done all this work and really she's so good at this, and I must say it's going to be just wonderful. Now the hashtag, if you're wanting to know where to find these videos, you can put in the hashtag craftysummersimples and all the videos from all the creators will come up. So today is the 1st of July and we're kicking that off with myself and Bumblebee Crafts. So please do pop over and support these amazing people. Here is the lineup that Rach has put together. So she's done her launch video yesterday, so if you've missed that, go and have a look. I'll touch on that again in a moment. This is me today, and we have Bumblebee Crafts, and then everything follows through. Now I do have a link in my description box of this video, so look for more underneath the video, click on that and it'll say more and click on that and you'll see a link tree there. It will show you the lineup which you can print and have a look at who's showing up where, so that will help you. Those are the two different lists. It's going to go on for 3 weeks, which is amazing, and you've got 2 different people every single day. You can go over to Rach's YouTube channel. She has a playlist where all the videos from all the creators will be or can be found, so do have a look out for that. All right, so yesterday, as I said, Rach put together her launch video, which was lovely. Go and have a look at that. She explains how it's all going to work and what you need to do. Now what you need to do as a viewer is hopefully join us in making some of these. The purpose of this collaboration is to reignite your mojo, get your creative juices flowing. It's really simple projects to get you feeling creative again and finding those ideas and kickstart that mojo bowing of yours. But of course, if you are new to crafting, this would be a perfect opportunity to have a little go at these projects, because we're trying to keep them as basic as we can so that you can then also get involved with them too. So it's sort of twofold there. Right, so we are using the Country Retreat kits. They are in Rach's Ko-fi shop, so you'll get Rach's kit in her Ko-fi shop. Click on the link tree, you'll find it'll take you straight there. She has 40% off on her digitals, and she offers a printed kit if you don't have a printer, so go and get that as well if you would prefer that. Of course, I also have my digitals in my website shop. All right, angelakerrdesigns.com. The links are in the description box, as I said, and you can pick up your digitals for 40% off there as well. All right, I also offer a printed kit, like I do with all my kits. All right, I have bundles as well, so if you that match with a kit, so the ribbons, the lace, the fabrics, the buttons and flowers and everything else, I sell that in my website shop as well, and I have put together an ultimate bundle which matches with the Country Retreat kit. All right. Now, yesterday, Rachel did her video and she gave away some little freebies. Now, you can get these freebies in Rach's Ko-fi shop. So click on the link for those. This is the collage page she did, which is absolutely stunning. I've just printed this off. I love this page already. I love her collages. She's also put together for you a Let's Make a Junk Journal freebie, which is really handy because if you are struggle with getting things in order or thinking about how to go about starting your journal, here's all the checkpoints that you need to get you started, which I think is a really handy form. So go and pick up those. They are for free in her Ko-fi shop. All right. Okay, so we've got all of that. We are ready to go. I am not going to show you all the pages. She has shown you a fair amount of those. We do have a flip through of my kit on my channel, showing you each page individually and Rach in her on her YouTube channel. So please, if you would like to see more details of those pages, go and have a look at those videos. All right. Now today, I am going to put my little project that we're going to make together into one of the signatures, and I am putting a full journal together with projects from this collaboration, and I have intermingled my pages with Rach's pages in the signatures. If you want to see how I've done that, I actually have a video, which is the video before this, showing you that, what I've printed where and how I've done it all. And I also did a first little project. This is in the signature that I did in my last video. So there you go. It's got a little magnet, and it was really simple to do. Okay, so today we're going to put our project on that page today. So that's why I've got the signature out, and I'm going to show you really quickly what you need to do this. Okay, so this is a 2-page project. We are going to need 1 sheet of paper. I'm using this, my favorite page here, which is the Shabby Rose page. So I've got one of these. It only needs to be single-sided printed, although I think I've used a waste page here. All right, so I've printed one of those. And then this page is one of the writing pages that I'm using. This one's got the little stripes on it. It doesn't matter. And on the other side, I do actually have this on there. Now, if you have a printed kit and you've got the single-sided printed pages, you can still do this, or if you're not able to print on the other side. So what I would suggest is print this page out, yeah, and you can always stick the little piece that's going to be at the top for this. All right, so you'll see what I mean. Alternatively, you can just print it like I have. All right, so those are the 2 pages you're going to need. I have put together a little tray of goodies I'm going to use. So I've used this strip of paper, which comes from here. I've just cut this off. I think it is about 1/2 inch, just over 1/2 inch. It's the full length of the page, so I have just cut that off. And then I've just got a couple of the fussy cuts, so the little shed, the horse, the cow and the duck. These are a mixture between Rach and my fussy cuts. I've got 2 of my words from my kit, 2 of these, a little faux washi tape strip that I've got in my kit. I've taken 2 flowers. These are hydrangea petals I have in my shop. They look like this. They come in packs of 20 in separate colors, so I do use these. These are the ones I'll be using for this particular journal project. I've got some lace, comes from my lace bundle. I've got a couple of die cuts here, blue and pink. I have used little bits of fabric, so I've just cut hand-free, cut little circles, and what I've done is I've put the circle onto a petal. So if I just grab one here, I take it like that. I've done this in a video before. Take your little circle, put your little button. These buttons also from the Ultimate Bundle. Put the button on top and just sew that through. So that's what I've done there. I've done that with the pink petal, with a piece of blue, and the sort of 2-tone turquoise with a bit of pink. All right, so we're going to use that. I've got all those bits there. So those I've got ready to use. And then I've just got some ephemera here. So this is just goods from my kit, and this is from Rach's. Now, just stitched around it with a little bit of ribbon. This one I've used a bit of fabric and some lace. All right, I've tried to keep these flat because I want them to go inside to keep them flat. So those are there, and then these I've added 2 ribbons too. Okay, so you know what you need to do. The other thing I've got is some twine. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use yet. I'll just put that on the side there. All right, so let's get going. Now, the first thing I want you to do is take your rose paper, and we are going to, that's the right side. You won't have this, we're going to cover it. Grab your glue stick, and we want to fold this over. All right, so I'm just going to turn it this way. I want to just turn this, yeah, I'm sort of judging this. You don't have to measure. I've got this like this, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure 4.5 inches once I've folded one side over. Now, there's no particular measurement for the flap. Just fold it over. This one's about 3.5 inches, but you don't need to be measuring at that point. And then what I'm going to do is at the 4 and 5 inches mark, so that is, and I've written it here, 11.8 centimeters, so 4 and 5/8 of an inch. And I'm just going to do a little bit of a mark there. Now I am going to fold this over, but I want to cut off X amount. So that's how wide I want it. Now you can just stick the lot down if that suits you. All right. Now, guys, you don't need to be precise about this. If you want to do 4.5 wide in inches, all right, that's fine too. It's going to depend on whatever. There's no precision here. It all will work. Because I've got such a lot over, with the other one I just trimmed it off one side, stuck this down, but I'm just looking here. So there's the end of the one. I'm going to just make a little mark here, and just to save the paper, I'm just going to cut this off, because the paper is always useful. If you've got a US letter size, the amount you cut off might be less, all right, because the A4 is 3/4 of an inch longer. Okay, so you might not need to cut off too much, right? And then we've got this scenario. Right, just burnish that down, and then I'm going to take my glue stick, and we're going to just stick these bits down. So really not too hard at this point. Well, the whole thing is a really simple project. We're keeping it simple. That's the name of this collab. So there's not going to be anything you can't do here. So I'm just putting glue over the whole area like that. Now I'm going to stick this one down first. There's no right or wrong, so just go and stick that down, and then we'll stick this one over like that. This bit with the join we're going to keep on the inside, and the bit without the join will be the outside, although you're not going to see a lot of that. All right, so what are we going to do now? I want you to take your ruler and your bone folder, and if you're working in inches, we are looking at 1.5 inches on each side here. We're going to make a score line. Now, if you don't have a bone folder, you can use any other implement. Now, with my craft knife, the blade's in, I can use that bit and it works. Or you can use the back of a butter knife. So just have a look what you have. I am just lining this up at 1.5 inches. That is 4 centimeters. 4 centimeters if you work in centimeters. And I'm just scoring that over. And while the ruler is here, I'm going to just use this to lift that up. Okay. Turn it around and do exactly the same thing. Really easy. So I hope you guys are all still with me. And we want to just do the same here, 1.5 inches. Turn that this way, because that's the way we're going to use this. Okay, now you can just press that down with your bone folder, and the same over here. All right, so that's what we have now. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my old candle here and my pencil, and I want to just round off these corners. You can do it with something like this, but I wanted a wider round, so I'm going to use this and really just got the edge there. And you can do this with a cup, a mug, a glass, whatever you find. Right, and then we want to just do the same here. Probably better to do it on the inside, to be fair, but if you're doing it with pencil, you can rub this off. Now what I want to do is just take my scissors and just cut carefully on the line, just to round that off. Alright everyone, so that's where we are at the moment, and while I've got this here, I just want to take my vintage photo and very lightly I'm going to just do that there and here. There we go, and then the same on here. Now, one thing that I was listening to Rach's video and everything, and the reason why she's put the collab together to inspire people, and, you know, especially when you've lost your mojo, and that happens to everybody. That happens to me as well, believe it or not. While I'm thinking now, this is the edge, I want to just do this. Now I never had any mojo to do this video because I thought, what am I going to do that I haven't really done? So my suggestion is, and this is what I do, is I just play around with a piece of paper or two, which is exactly what I did for this. Just playing around, whether it's a piece of paper or an envelope or scraps, or I'm trying to limit the amount of things that I use to be creative. So I challenge myself and grab about 5 or 6 items, you know, whether it's scrappy bits or just whatever is around me, just to limit the focus so that I can use just those items to do whatever it is and come up with a project. Right, so we've got this at the moment, so I'm quite happy with that. And now what I want to do is I want to take the next piece of paper. All right, so this piece of paper here, we are going to make a tiny, tiny center mark. All right, so just fold it in half. Whichever length of paper you're using doesn't matter, guys. All right, so there we go. And I'm going to just quickly on my board, I'm not measuring, these grid boards are really handy for things like this. So I've got the same space there as I have there, and I know now that that's the center mark. All right, so I'm going to just draw a little mark like that. Probably won't see it over there, so I'm putting it up there. Okay, now why I'm doing that is I want to fit this in here pretty much more or less in line. Let's just make a little pencil mark so that you can see where it is. I'm using it as a guide. Doesn't need to be precise, all right? But I want to move this paper slightly away from the fold line, so probably best to do it like that. Fold it down so that it's where you want it. And then as long as that's sort of looking like it's matching up there, then we're good to go, all right? And then what I want to do is I want to fold this one up to be just inside that fold line there. Okay, so and then I'm going to just straighten it with the edge before I press it down. Yeah, keep doing that. Are you all with me now? So you've got your little center mark there. Yeah, and I think what we should do right now is stick that in place. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to just stick this in place. So let's do that. I'm going to make a little mark there, my finger, and there. That's just so that I know not to go beyond there. and then I'm going to just put some glue on here. Okay, let's get back. So we want to line up there again, like that. Make sure it's good to go. And there. Okay, just press that down. Now it's not going to move. That's important. All right, so we got that there. Hope you're all still with me. Right, now what I want to do is open this flap. Oh, let's turn this over. I think that'll be easier. Take your bone folder and just run it like that. And here as well. All right. Now where's that flappy bit? Now go and fold it on those lines like that, just with the edge of the pinky bit. Now anywhere that we haven't glued very well, we can go back and do, but I just wanted to get those fold lines in place. Right, so if you've got anywhere that's not, it looks pretty good, but just go along the edges now and make sure that you have got that stuck down. Right, so we've got that there. We're going to turn this up. We can distress the edge if we like. And here we've got the base of our little project, which is awesome. Now you can or don't have to put on the distressing if you do, if you like it, or if you don't. Some people don't. That's also good. It's personal preference, isn't it? I like it very lightly done. Okay, so we've got that there now. Right, what I had was, I'm using my corner rounder just to round off the corner at the top there. I'm probably going to go with this one and this one. There, so just slightly so it doesn't get caught. Oh, and now we've got those up there like that. Now I am going to fold this in, but this is where this strip of paper is coming into play. I'm going to stick that straight across there. Now I suppose I want to just put a little bit of distress ink, and I think I need to. So this is like paper washi really. If you've got washi tape, then you could use that instead. Right, so I'm going to stick this sort of like that. Okay, so let's do that. All right, so I've stuck that strip on there. I'm just going to take my bone folder and go into the creases there, just so that when I fold that over, that's going to be sitting nicely. Okay, just keep that nice and burnished, and here as well. You want that to fold over, and again, give it a little press to encourage it to lie as flat as we possibly can get it. All right, so that's great. And I'm just doing a little check here. All right. Okay. Yeah. So I'm quite happy with that. Now, what I'm going to do is put on some little decorations. So I think what I am going to go with is just stick down the edges here, first of all. Yeah, and then I'm also going to just put a little bit of glue along the middle fold. Okay, and while that's drying, I'm going to put on a couple of bits here. So I thought I would put one of those. I'm going with the farmhouse theme here, and then I thought in the middle I would just put a little bit of blue here, like that, something like that. So I thought it was going to be like this. And then we got our little horse, and then I'm going to stick that there and this little one over here, or maybe over there. So let me go and stick those down. All right, so I've got a little label here. I thought that I would put over there with a little bit of my faux washi little strips that I've added to my ephemera kit for the faux Polaroids that I made. So I'm going to just, I think I'm just going to stick that there like that. Oh. So let's get it down. Yeah, I'm trying to keep the contents in the middle here as flat as possible so that it doesn't have a struggle when we're trying to close it. So that's my thinking here. So that's our sort of center bit there, and all those bits are available to fussy cut out. The only thing that you wouldn't have is possibly that, but you can even use a fussy cut flower. If you don't have die cuts, it's not a crucial piece anyway. Right, so we've got everything done in there. Now I just want to add a bit of lace to this edge here. So I'm going to just turn this over. I'm going to grab my fabric tack, and I've got a little bit of lace. It comes from my Country Retreat lace bundle, which is also part of the ultimate bundle, and I still have some of those in my shop if you're interested. I have restocked them, so if you were wanting to get one of those, you can do so. Right, I'm going to just put a little bit of lace on the edge here. This is the side that will be closest, will be on the top when I close this together. So I'm just going carefully on that edge there, and then I will stick this on. Okay, so we've got our little lace bit going there. We've got our pockets in there. I'm now going to just add a few things here. So I've got my little cow and my little duck and my little word and two of these die cuts. Right, so we're going to turn this over. We're going to close this up like that. I did put my little clip here somewhere. I've got this one here that'll work for the moment, just to keep it closed, and possibly I need one for the bottom, but really that is just to see. So I'm going to start off by before, I don't need the clip at this point. I want to just get this down, and I'm just seeing where these are going to close. So I think for this one I want it here. I'm going to just make a little mark there with my pencil, which will just help me remember where it's got to go. So there we go. Find that little pencil mark, that's where the base needs to go, and just pat it down. And then I've got a little pink one. We're going to put the cow on here, and that's why I want this flap, just to see what will be showing and what will not. So I'm probably going to put that like that, but I want the cow to peek over, so that's why I'm checking. You know, I want him to sort of be like that. So I'm going to just draw with my pencil where the cow needs to go on the base, so I can see that now, and then we'll get this bit stuck down. And then this can go and match up with those lines that I've just shown you, which are there. Okay, so easy when you've got the lines drawn. I'm just going to press this quickly with my hand. Okay, there we go. So when I close that now, you've got the cow sticking there, and this is why I wanted the duck to be close to the cow, like something like that. Yeah, I've got all my little bits cut out, and I'm looking for a little pink one. Pink, come here. Right, so these are my little washi strips and my words I've put in there, and I'm going to just take this and just get rid of those white edges, and then I'm going to, I think I'm going to put that, I just need to see where the flap's going to come down to. So if I do that there, oops, and then something like that, yeah, okay, sorry guys. Right, and then all we've got to do is got to stick on our duck and our flowers. So the duck, as I say, we need to put on our flowers. So I've explained to you how I've got them to look like this, but these are also going to be what close my little folio goodie thingy here. All right, so I'm just holding those there so I can get to see where my little duck friend needs to be. So I'm going to get him over there. And now it's much easier to see where you need to do that when you draw it. I hope that helps you guys with placing things. Right, so we've got the little duck, and he sort of just folds over there. And then all I'm going to do is take my little, my fabric tack, and I'm going to stick this flower, just seeing now, with a lot of glue, just mainly on the middle bit, not the top petal. All right, because that's going to fold over. So you sort of want to find your middle spot, which is there. So you want to keep your button sort of lined up. I am going to put on a bit of a clip here, like that, just to press it into place. And then we're going to do the same with the top there. So that's a petal going over, I think. Yeah, that's sort of where I need it. Okay. Okie dokes, so what we want to do now is grab some twine. I've got two different ones here. This one, I quite like this one, but I want to just see which is better. I don't want it to take center stage, so I might just go with the paler one. So that's still doing its thing. I'm going to just leave it there. We are going to now, we've got our tag and we've got this thing which is going to go on our page. So I'm going to just put those to the side. Then these three goodies are going to go in here. So I'm going to slide this little one in there. I'm going to put this one, I love the lace with the fabric. I love that picture. We're going to put that in there. Right. And come up a bit. That one too. And then this beautiful Rach's little house. I love the little houses. We're going to put that in there. How cute is that? Doesn't that look really shabby? I love a bit of shabby. Right, so I'm not going to be tempted to stick anything else. This is as flat as I could possibly get it. So this one's going to fold in first, and I could have really, you know, you can go around and ink even more if you want to. We want to fold this one in like that. Then we've got this one that's going to fold in like this. This one that's going to fold in like that. All right. They're not quite set yet, but what I want to do is, I think I'm going to give them a little minute or so. All right, so I've given that about 10 minutes just to dry, and I've gone with the the pink one, the light pink one. It's slightly thinner, so that's my suggestion. Go with the thinnest twine that you have. And I just want to put it around that button there. When you sew the buttons on, don't sew them on really tight. And I'm just going to sort of go like that there, pull that slightly, and then just get it around the bottom of this one, and then around the top of this one, so that you've got a little folio goodie like that. All right, we can take that off. You can make these shorter as well if you so choose. All right, so there's our little folio goodie. I want to get that onto my page now. So this is the page I'm using, so I'm just going to move that out the way, head it a little bit more that way, and then I'm going to hold it like this and put glue on those 3 sides. So let's go with the belly art. I usually draw where I need to put this back in place, which saves you on the stress. You know, just take your pencil and draw where you want to place it. But we're good to go at the minute. Right, so that will have a time to dry. We've got our little strings there, our twine. I love that. It's got a bit of a 3D look. And then you want to just take your tag. I would wait for this to dry, if I'm honest, but I just want to show you, and then I can take this one as well. And that's going to go at the top like that. Double-sided ribbon, I love that one. Okay, and then there we have it. All right, guys, I hope that you found that simple. It's really 2 sheets of paper being folded, not much measuring really. I would just suggest that you measure the width of your page. And when I made my initial sample, this is the initial one, I had it, you can see I've got all different fold lines going on here. I did trim off, I had it wider, but then I trimmed it off. So, you know, just play around so that you can find out what's right for you. All right, how pretty is that with a bit of lace there? Just adds to the shabby chic look of it all. Go and have a look and see what Bumblebee Crafts is doing. I'm excited to see what her project is today as well, and I will be following along with everybody. Please don't forget to like and leave a comment, and if you really want to help them, subscribe to their channels. Even the like and comments would be amazing. People put so much effort into these things, and we're trying to encourage the smaller channels to grow. So any support that you can offer them would be absolutely amazing. All right, and go and watch Rach's video if you haven't seen it, her introductory video. And anything you need to know, go over to the description box, click on the Linktree. You'll find everything you need to know with all the links and all the exciting bits of information right over there. And I will see you guys again soon. I think I've got quite a few videos I've got to do in this. Rach has really signed me up here, but I'm sure I will see you again on my usual slot, which is Tuesday or Wednesday, depends where you are. But I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.